Hello YouTubers. Hey, welcome back to the Virginia Bushcrafter. Hey, thanks for taking some time out of your day to come and listen to what I have to say. I think it's very important. So again, thank you for coming to my channel, the Virginia Bushcrafter. And to all you wonderful YouTubers, content creators, and everyone in general, thank you, thank you, thank you. And don't forget, at the end of this video, to leave a comment, like the video, share the video out, hype the video, and subscribe to the channel if you have not done so. So again, welcome everyone. Now last week I did a sort of a short video on the 4 cores of bushcrafting, which I have here, and I briefly spoke on shelter, fire, water, and food, but I concentrated on water. And I had some water sourcing tools, products such as the Grayl, Sawyer Mini, Aqua tablets, and let's see, a clean canteen, which is basically a single wall container. So today I want to talk about those in detail, and I have received some of you guys' comments, which is very good. Got a variety of comments, very good comments. So today I'm going to talk about them in more detail. Now, the first product that I'm going to speak about is the Grayl GeoPress. This is the Grayl GeoPress. Now, this product it holds 24 ounces of water. There is a mark here that lets you know you're at 24. You can just remove this canister, which I will do in the bush, but this is about 24 ounces, and it's right at 10.4 inches tall. It weighs about 15.9 ounces, and the diameter of it is 3.4. So now this has a flow rate of 8 seconds, which means when you remove the cap and you have 24 ounces of water in here and you press it down, it would take at a minimum it would minimum take 8 seconds to do so. Now this product is very durable. You can drop this off at 10 feet with it filled up onto concrete, and it won't get damaged. So, and it does have a cartridge in it, and the cartridge is good for at least 10 years. Basically, the cartridge, you can use it for 65 gallons, or the cartridge has a lifespan of 350 cycles. So this is the Grayl GeoPress starting off. Now, the filter itself, it filters particulates such as microplastics, which will cause intestinal blocking and chemical poisoning. It also will filter sediments such as solid materials like sand, clay, which are transported and deposited by water, wind, or ice, something of that nature. It also will filter silt, which is a fine powdery, really small rocks, and it will also filter lead, arsenic, and chromium. So it does filter because of the cartridge. But also the Grayl GeoPress, it removes or it purifies your water. It will remove viruses like rotaviruses, which causes diarrhea, vomiting, fever, or abdomen pain, something of that nature. It also will remove norovirus, which is vomiting, diarrhea, stomach flu, or stomach pain. It also will remove hepatitis A, which we know is a short-term liver infection. It also will remove bacteria such as E. coli, which is a food poisoning, salmonella, which is found in animals and in human intestines. It will filter dysentery that causes abdomen pain, diarrhea with mucus. It will also remove protozoa such as Giardia, which infects small intestines that spread through contamination by water, food, or something of that water, food, and surface containing feces. But it also removes, I believe it's called Umibe, which is a parasite that lives in aquatic environments, which is mostly soil. So, as you can see, the Grayl does quite a bit. It filters and it purifies. So again, guys, do your own research. Again, this is for information purposes only. But I have used this sparingly. I haven't used it a lot, but I think it's something that we should all consider. It also comes in a smaller size. Again, this is a 24 ounce. And when I am in the bush next week, I will remove the canister. I will gather water, put the filter in it, compress it, and consume the water. So again, this is the Grayl GeoPress, one of the 4 items that I mentioned last week. Now, an accessory that you can get for the Grayl is a nesting cup. This is the nesting cup where the Grayl can fit directly in here. And it is always very, very important to always have something that is metal so that you can boil water. But I want to speak about that later. But you can use this as your gathering cup and you can boil water in this. So this is in addition to the Grayl. And it comes with a lid as well. All right, YouTubers. The next product that I want to speak about is one of the choices that many of you made. I think, again, great choices. People use different products for different reasons. But the product that I want to speak about now is the Sawyer Mini. Now, the Sawyer Mini, this is just a filter here, but it can be used basically for outdoor recreation, hiking, camping, bushcrafting, scouting, domestic and international travel, even for emergencies. So this filter, let me show you this filter. It's a hollow fiber membrane, and it weighs about 2 ounces, and it will filter up to 100 gallons of water. And let's see, this is about a little bit more than 5.5 inches and 1.35 inches in diameter. Now, one thing that I really like about the Sawyer Mini is it is a standard 28 millimeter top, which means that this will fit most disposable water bottles, such as this one. So you can have extra containers, fit this on. Here's extra water. Now, the Sawyer Mini, it also comes with a 16-ounce reusable pouch. You can unscrew this. Screw this on, fill this up with water, and you can drink from it. So a 16-ounce reusable pouch. Now you can also leave the top on and just drink from the spout right here. And this is pretty durable, and it's always good to have some extras or a disposable bottle. Now you can also use the mini Sawyer for like an inline hydration pack, or a squeeze bottle, or a gravity system, just by turning it upside down. Now, the good thing about the Sawyer Mini is that it removes 99.99% of all bacteria, protozoa, and microplastic. 99%. But what it does not remove is heavy metals, chemicals, and viruses. So again, it does not remove heavy metal, chemicals, or viruses. However, there is a Sawyer S2 and S3 that will remove viruses, heavy metal, and chemicals. Now, something that's good about this is that it comes with a 7-inch straw that it's a drinking straw. You can just well, this is a 7-inch straw that I have not used, and here's another straw. This is the one that I have used. I believe this is for cleaning, I'm not sure, or it can be a drink. It says it's a drinking straw. So anyone that's in the comments and have used this before, let me know specifically what you have used this one for. But I have used this as a drinking straw, just by inserting it here. And if you're over a pond or running water, you can just put that drinking straw in the water, and it will be filtered from the Sawyer Mini. And it also comes with a cleaning plunger. You can fill this with water. There's an attachment here. And just press, and it cleans the filter. And I have used this before, and it does work well. So this is the Sawyer Mini, which a lot of people use. Again, it's great if you're on the go. If you don't have a Grayl, I'm sure this will work just as well. But so this is the Sawyer Mini. So the next product that I want to speak about is a product that I have not used, but I understand it's very, very popular. So let's take a look at that product. Okay, YouTubers, the next product that I want to speak about is the Coleman Purification Tablets. Now, there are many different brands, but this is the one that I have. And again, I have not used it. I have not had a need to use it. So let's speak about this. Now, these aquatic tablets are basically for purification of bacteria and Giardia. Yep, bacteria and giardia. Now, these tablets will not remove heavy metal or chemicals or cryptosporidium. It will not remove those three items, but they are effective against pathogens, virus, bacteria, viruses, bacteria, fungi, and parasites and praisons. So they are effective against pathogens. Now, let's let the plane go by. Now, one thing about these Aqua tablets is that there is no expiration date on them. The way you find out the expiration date, there is a lot number on the side of the bottle. There is a lot number. I don't know if you can see that. Now, you can call the manufacturer and find out when these were made. And these are usually good. Well, you don't want to use them past 5 years. Anywhere from 3 to 5 years, they're not, they lose their strength. They're not as effective. But 3 to 5 years, they're not as effective. And after 5 years, just toss them. But you want to store them in a cool place, a cool, dry place away from heat, humidity, moisture, and air, so that they can maintain their effectiveness. Now, if you ever open these and they are a light green or yellow, they are past their prime and should be discarded. So, and also, once you open the bottle, you should use these within 1 year. So again, if they're past 5 years, discard them. If you open them and they are a light green or a yellow, they're past their prime. So you don't want to use them. And once you open the bottle, you should use them within 1 year. Now, there is a portable aquatic and there is a portable aquatic plus. The portable aquatic, you use 2 tabs per 1 quart, and you put it in there for 30 minutes, and you also want to let it have an overflow so that you can get the threads around the top. So you're going to put, again, 2 tablets per quart at least for 30 minutes and let it overflow. Once you do that, you add the PA plus, and you got to make sure that you put it in after 30 minutes. You can't put it in at the same time. But when you add 1 tablet for 30 minutes and let it dissolve of the first aquatic tab, you can put this one in and you can let it set for at least 3 minutes or longer, and then you can drink it. Now, the part 2, the PA plus, it doesn't necessarily have to be dissolved, but I would advise to let it dissolve. So again, you can, once you put the plus tablet in, wait at least 3 minutes. I would wait longer to make sure they are dissolved. And the purpose of the second portable aquatic tablet is to neutralize the iodine taste. So again, now I haven't had these more than 2 years, so I know they're still good, and I'm going to explore with them in the bush. So again, these are, they will purify the purification of bacteria and giardia, and they're effective against viruses, bacteria, fungi, parasites, and praison. Store them in a cool place, away from heat, away from humidity, moisture, excessive air, so that they can maintain their effectiveness. If they are light green or yellow, discard them. And once you open the bottle, use them within 1 year. So again, step 1, 2 tablets per 1 quart for 30 minutes. Let there be an overflow. Then you put the plus tablet in, at least for 3 minutes. It does not have to be fully dissolved, but I myself will let it dissolve. And the purpose of this is to neutralize the iodine test. So these are the, they're called portable aquatic. Now here's another one, PG purifier of water. And I have not used this one, but you pour this in. This is good for up to 2.5 gallons of water. And the instruction says you pour it in 10 liters, you stir it for 5 minutes, you let it sit for 5 minutes, and then you use a filter, a bandana, or a piece of cotton, and pour this into your container. And it says, do not drink if water is yellow in color. So if it's yellow in color, it hasn't purified it enough. And those are the instructions on the back. So here are 2 other devices or products that you can use to purify your water. Okay? All right, we're going to talk about the next one. And I think what I'm going to do is when I'm out in the bush next week, I'm going to let you know my choices. But let's look. Okay, YouTubers, the 4th product that I'm going to speak on is the single wall container. Single wall container. Now, this goes with me each and every time I go into the bush. I know that I'm going into the bush with a minimum of 40 ounces of water. And what comes with this is a nesting cup. This holds a little bit over 2.5 cups of water. And what else comes with this is a bell hanger. So I'll talk about this real quick. But if you don't have bottled water, boiling is sufficient. It's very much sufficient. Again, this is a single wall. Now, when you put this over the fire and boil the water, it will remove pathogens like bacteria, viruses, and parasites. More so, giardia, cryptosporidium, and I believe it's called cholera. Now, when you're boiling the water, you want to bring the water to a rolling boil. At a minimum, let it get a rolling boil at a minimum of 1 minute up to 3 minutes. I always do longer. I will go a minimum of 5 or 6 minutes because boiling water prevents dehydration. Drinking contaminated water, it can cause vomiting and diarrhea, which leads to dehydration. So I think a single wall is fantastic. Another thing about a single wall container, you don't need any special gear. All you need is heat and a container. And what works, what even works is when water's clean, is that many pathogens are microscopic, so you can't see, smell, or taste them. But boiling water removes them, remove those uncertainties. So again, even when the water looks clean, it can have those pathogens in it, which you cannot see, smell, or taste them. And again, the boiling water will remove that uncertainty. So, but boiling water, it does not fix pesticides, heavy metals, dirt, or sediment. So that is why you use a bandana or some type of cotton to filter that water first. Now, I can put the bandana over the mouth of this, gather my water in the nesting cup, and put it in here, or vice versa. I can cover the nesting cup, take the water of our source, pour it in here. So that will help remove the pesticides, heavy metals, and dirt and sediment by using a filter. Now, something else that I've done before is that when I'm boiling water in here, I'll use this bell hanger. This bell hanger just fits directly in here. I can put it over the fire and let this come to a rolling boil. And then I would take a stick or a shovel and I can remove it from the fire in this fashion. And of course, I'll have on leather gloves, or you can use the bandana to actually then pour your boiling water to make your tea, coffee, or whatever into your nesting cup. So I think boiling water is the safest default. It's been proven, it's been simply proven and can prevent illness that could quickly turn a survival situation into danger. So I think this, again, may be the safest, but I think all of them are good. So again, the Grayl GeoPress, I think is very, very good, as well as the Sawyer Mini and the Aqua tablets, which I have not used, but I will just for the sake of a demonstration next time I'm in the bush. But here is the default. So join me next week when I'm going to give you my choice. I'll give you a hint. It's going to be a combination. So guys, stay tuned. I'll see you in the bush. And keep the comments coming as to which method would you choose, or a combination. Again, we know water is so important. So when we go into the bush, we are going to pitch our shelter. We are going to get materials ready for a fire. We're going to bring bottled water with us. And if necessary, we're going to source the water. Using, for the methods again, is a GeoPress, Sawyer Mini, Aqua tablets, or a single wall container. And then there's food. And that is in addition or coincide with the 10 C's of bushcrafting. All right, guys, thank you for taking some time out of your day to join me on this discussion. This is part 2. Join me next week in the bush for part 3. Next weekend or sooner. This is the Virginia Bushcrafter. Again, like, comment, share, hype, and subscribe to the Virginia Bushcrafter. Stay safe, everyone. I'll see you next week.